Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2014 Weatherhead School of Management Awards Ceremony. My name is Al DeFranco, and I'm Director of Student Experience at Weatherhead. It's an honor to be up here on stage today to honor a few of our students who have made a significant impact on the Weatherhead community. Before I do so, however, would all of our graduating students in attendance please stand up? All graduating students. Okay. Enjoy your day, everyone. I want to, first, before we do the awards, I want to introduce you all to Katie Keene. She is Weatherhead's Senior Director of Alumni Relations. Now that you all are becoming alumni, I encourage you to stay connected with Weatherhead and update your information with Katie as much as possible when you change jobs, move, or just have exciting things to say. So here's Katie. Hey. All right. And also up front, we have Vice Dean Fred Colopy. Hello, Fred. Fred will be shaking hands, taking pictures, and giving all the good stuff out today, okay? So we'll get started. The first award is the Executive MBA Leadership Award, which is presented every year to a member of the graduating class who has demonstrated exemplary leadership, generosity, and service. In part, the award consists of a donation made to the recipient's favorite charity. This year's recipient of the Executive MBA Leadership Award is William Derek Wallace. As attested by both his classmates and professors, Derek has impacted the learning experience of his classmates inside and outside the classroom. Derek has strived to challenge his peers by asking better questions, has been an active listener, and has leveraged his professional network and worked with others to produce the wonderful international experience enjoyed by everyone in his class. Derek has selected Our Lady of Schnock Merit Scholarship at St. Vincent St. Mary High School Foundation to be the recipient of the donation. Derek couldn't be here today, but we will present him with his award soon. But please join me in a round of applause for Derek Wallace. Okay. The Outstanding PhD Award recognizes outstanding research by a doctoral student. This year we have two winners, Adrian Wolfberg in Designing Sustainable Systems and Andrew Schnackenberg in Organizational Behavior. Adrian investigated how national security policymakers are informed by knowledge they need to make decisions. Adrian studied this issue from a very unique way, from the point of view of the individual who is producing and providing the knowledge to the policymaker, and specifically how information overload and ambiguity affect the knowledge producer's task. His study can be helpful to other contexts, where an individual informs a decision maker who needs complex knowledge to make important organizational decisions. You can tell these are smart people, right? All right, so Adrian, will you first please come up to accept your award? Adrian Wolfberg. Adrian, right up here. Go off the stage. Yeah. All right. Congratulations. Andrew's research seeks to explain the symbolic features of institutional change by examining the factors that influence political decision-making in contested industries. Specifically, his research examines recent shifts in the payday loan and medical marijuana industries to explain how common arguments found in prevailing discourse create different images of industry activity that shift public perception and political decision-making. Andrew, will you please join us to accept your award up front? The Weatherhead DM Scholar Practitioner Award is awarded to a third-year Doctor of Management student who best exemplifies the spirit and goals of the DM program as a venue that promotes engaged management scholarship and is voted on by the DM faculty. The recipient of the 2014 Weatherhead DM Scholar Practitioner Award is Donald P. Addison II. Don brought valuable life experience to the Doctor of Management program. During his years as a student, he distinguished his own research and scholarly inquiry by challenging and contributing to theoretical perspectives consistent with our award criteria. Unfortunately, Don also could not be here today, but he will be presented with his award at a later time. Please join me in a round of applause for Don Addison II. The MBA Outstanding Student Award in Marketing and Strategy is awarded annually to recognize academic excellence and contributions to the discipline and profession of marketing and strategy. The award winner is selected based on overall GPA and academic performance, evidence of contributions to the marketing profession at Weatherhead, aspirations for continued contributions to the marketing profession, and input from marketing faculty on student conduct and potential. The recipient of the 2014 Outstanding Marketing and Strategy MBA Student Award is Murray Elizabeth Thomas Winnings. Murray is a 4.0 student who impressed the faculty with her outstanding work in the classroom and her exemplary contributions outside the classroom. Murray worked as a product manager intern at Progressive Insurance and will soon join Progressive on a full-time basis as an assistant product manager. Murray, congratulations. Great job. Finalists for the following 4 awards were nominated by Weatherhead students, faculty, and staff. Winners were determined by a vote of the student body. The Rita Kicker Award is presented to a graduating part-time student at the Weatherhead School of Management. The award recipient is recognized as an outstanding colleague in Cleveland's professional community by his or her peers and supervisors, is an active member of community nonprofit organizations, contributes to one or more professional societies, demonstrates leadership qualities, and promotes the Weatherhead School of Management in a positive way. The recipient of the 2014 Rita Kicker Award is Edward Eckert. Eddie is a well-respected member of his cohort. He is Vice President of North Shore Associates in Cleveland, where he manages diverse clients in project management, government relations, and advocacy, and political campaigns. Eddie represented his class well, both in the classroom and in our community. Eddie, congratulations. The Theodore M. Alfred Distinguished Service Award is presented to a Weatherhead graduate student who participates in community service inside and outside of the Weatherhead community, brings community service opportunities to Weatherhead, and promotes external service opportunities. The recipient of the 2014 Theodore M. Alfred Distinguished Service Award is Abraham Weiner. Abe was a busy man here at Weatherhead. He was the Allen C. Holmes Economic Development Fellow, worked with the Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council as an Economic Development Fellow, and had a summer internship with the Environmental Defense Fund Climate Corps as a Cleveland Mayor's Office Fellow. Abe was seen by his fellow students, faculty, and staff as a great community advocate and student leader during his 2 years at Weatherhead. Congratulations, Abe. The Student Life Award is presented to a Weatherhead School of Management student who actively participates in and supports Weatherhead student activities and events, encourages and supports student participation in student life activities, and creates, revitalizes, or provides added value to Weatherhead student organizations, activities, and programs. The recipient of the 2014 Student Life Award is Aram Joshua Lee. During his time at Weatherhead, Josh was the heart and soul of his class. He served as the Graduate Business Student Association's Vice President for Marketing and Communications, took on the task of overhauling the group's web presence, including designing new logos for all Weatherhead student organizations. But more than this, Josh was the person in his class who served as a one-man welcoming committee, inviting new students to grab a drink, make recommendations on places to eat or hang out, or just chat about life. And that's what student life to us is really all about. Congratulations, Josh. The Scott S. Cowan Student Leadership Award is presented to a Weatherhead graduate student who serves as a leader and role model for all students. The recipient promotes the Weatherhead image in a positive way, contributes to the total community, and stimulates the classroom experience. The recipient of the 2014 Scott S. Cowan Student Leadership Award is Jessica Ann Gregson. Jessica was elected by her peers as president of the Graduate Business Student Association last year and oversaw that group's efforts while working tirelessly, first for the Environmental Defense Fund Corps as a Sustainability Consultant Fellow in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and then at TOA Technologies as a Project Management Analyst. Jessica's fellow students call her a hard worker, someone who cares about students from all programs, and a young woman with a great future ahead of her who will be a proud and active alumna. Everyone, congratulations to Jessica Gregson. We now transition to awards which are shared by more than one recipient, but highlight individual achievement nonetheless. First, the Dean's Academic Achievement Award, which recognizes those students who attain the highest GPA by any student in their respective classes. Will those students whom I name please come up to the podium in order to receive personal congratulations from Vice Dean Colopy. You're also being awarded a ceremonial medallion, which we encourage you to wear throughout the day over your cap and gown. First, Master of Accountancy, John Goldzvan. MBA, Dawn Beatty. De Capobianco. Kevin Clooney. Eric Eber. Stephen Eichenlaub. David Garrett. John Gerke. Deepak Lachwani. Mark Sands. Ali Sarwari. Brandon Tassef. Is that good? Is that good? Murray Thomas Winnings. Michael Walasinski. From our MS Finance program, Bowen Tree. Yi Shi. From our Master of Science in Positive Organization Development and Change, Regina Chandler. Kimberly Szynski. Got a nice crowd there, that's nice. Ann Costello McLean. Kimberly Dornadin. Kyle Swanson. From our Master of Science in Management in Operations Research and Supply Chain, Tu Ra. All right, a round of applause to all the recipients of the Dean's Academic Achievement Award. For our final recognition group, I'd like to welcome Professor Dick Boland, Professor and Chair Information Systems, to talk about our Beta Gamma Sigma. Dick?
Thank you. As president of the Beta Gamma Sigma National Honorary Society, it's my great privilege to welcome the new members. Beta Gamma Sigma is the most highly revered honorary society in business, scholarship, and we do take the graduates very seriously when we as a school want to survey the broad sense of business leaders who have gone through significant educational processes. We survey Beta Gamma Sigma members and trust them to really be a leading voice for business education. It's an honor to turn it over now to Professor Fred Colopy, the Vice Dean, who will give the Beta Gamma Sigma certificates.
Thanks, Dick. Thanks, Dick. Great job. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Boland. The students we are calling today have completed the necessary steps to be inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma. When I call your name, please come forward to the podium and receive personal congratulations as well as your certificate from Vice Dean Colopy. Emily Amder. Gabriel Bursley. Yeah. Yep. Day Capobianco. Solange Taras. Kimberly Chazinski. Bowen Tree. Deirdre Dixon. Kimberly Dorniden. Richard Garceau. Do we have her certificate? Donna Hager. She has it. Mindy has it. Oh. David Klossner. Deepak Lachwani. Abdel Latif Ladki. Robert McNutt. She's not coming. Angela's not, she's not coming. Curtis O'Neill. All right, then I'll call her at the end. Okay. David Pasternak. Milagros Pereira Rojas. Deborah Runlet. Mark Sands. Andrew Stevenson. Karen Stock. Brandon Tassev. Babu Viresh Tumari. Is Babu here? Okay. David Whitfield. Adrian Wolfberg. And we missed one, so I apologize. Sarah Brick. We just wanted you last but not least, I guess. All right, a round of applause to all our Beta Gamma Sigma inductees. Okay, congratulations, everyone.
good afternoon. I am Robert Whiting, and I have the privilege of serving as Dean of the Weatherhead School of Management and as the Albert J. Weatherhead III Professor in Management. Welcome to our graduation ceremony, and to those who traveled to be here, welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. This ceremony celebrates not only the completion of a challenging course of study for today's graduates, but marks the start of a new and exciting chapter in their lives. As I am sure family members and friends will attest, these extraordinary graduates invested a significant portion of their lives to earn the degree they are being awarded today. I have no doubt that there were countless times when you found them late at night, working at their desks, or up before the sun, putting the finishing touches on a presentation, or spending another long weekend working on a group project. And I'm sure there were plenty of times when they were unable to join you in some family or fun activity because of their focus on their studies. That kind of dedication is something to admire, and I and the rest of the faculty and staff are extremely proud to be sharing this moment with them today. I therefore ask the faculty to please stand and bid farewell to the graduates who have been under their tutelage for these many months, and for the audience to please join us in extending a hearty congratulations to our newest graduates. It is my pleasure to introduce Jessica Ann Gregson, President of the Business Student Association, who will present the graduation address to the class of 2014.
Good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to be able to speak to you on this joyous occasion. I'd like to welcome all of the families and friends of our graduates here today. We will never be able to repay you for all that you have given us. But seriously, we're never going to be able to repay you. I'd also like to thank our many wonderful professors. We've learned something unique and important from each of you, and I'd like to share with you, our friends and family, some of the more memorable insights we have gained during our time at the Weatherhead School of Management. First is the importance of creativity, as is exemplified by our one-of-a-kind Frank Gehry design building. In my first semester, Vice Dean Fred Colopy led our cohort through a creative, design-centric exercise and said, "Imagine, if you can, that numbers do not exist." My peers and I were dumbfounded. It was difficult for us to even begin to approach this kind of thinking. If numbers didn't exist, we couldn't measure our results quantitatively. And if we couldn't measure our results quantitatively, we would have to create qualitative alternative metrics. Thought-provoking exercises like these were common throughout our Weatherhead experience and bolstered our ability to think beyond the possible. While design thinking encouraged us not to limit ourselves to numbers, banking and finance professor Sam Thomas and accountancy professor Gregory Jonas taught us to consider political and social contexts, and above all, to use our common sense. Just because you spent weeks forecasting a financial model doesn't mean it's correct. You always have to come back and question the assumptions that you relied on to build it. We've also been taught to appreciate the responsibility that comes with being a business leader. Just a few weeks ago, one of Weatherhead's banking and finance professors, Anurag Gupta, lectured our corporate risk management class on how the 2008 recession began. He climbed on top of a table and asked, "If you climbed to the top of the world's highest building, and a gust of wind caused you to plummet to your death, would you blame the height that you had climbed or the wind?" He was illustrating the irresponsibility of people who hold leadership positions in organizations and their involvement in the global financial crisis. Being an accountable manager, accountant, CFO, or human resources director is important, and the decisions we will make throughout our careers will impact others. These are just a few examples, but all of our Weatherhead professors have inspired us to be, as organizational behavior professor Diana Villamoria would say, our best selves. Or as Professor of Design and Innovation Dick Buchanan continually conveys through his dialogues, to choose our words right and actions thoughtfully. We will remember these lessons as we traverse our careers and hold ourselves accountable to the high standard that is now expected of us. And though progress toward the equalization of women in the workplace, the opening of free markets where they never existed, and the placement of regulations on those who abuse the system is being made, we must ensure that we are an integral part of the positive advances that are possible. Last, we graduates have learned much from each other. I never knew that moving to Cleveland, Ohio would give me a chance to connect to the world, including China, India, Central America, just to name a few. Without this exposure, I would have never known to aggressively haggle with Indian cab drivers. But honestly, exposure to each other's cultures has provided us with great insights that we will be able to rely on in our ever-expanding global business environment. On behalf of our graduates, I'd like to extend a final thank you to all those people who've made tonight's achievements possible. For me, Mom, Dad, Josh, James, Kathy, Jacob, and Casey, thank you so much. Congratulations, Weatherhead School of Management, class of 2014.
Thank you, Jessica, for those inspiring remarks, and also thank you and your leadership team for all you've done to advance the school. I am delighted now to introduce our commencement speaker, William E. Conway. Bill Conway is an entrepreneur, community activist, and philanthropist. Bill was born in Cleveland, Ohio, to Tim and Margaret Conway, and is the middle child in a family of 13. At a young age, Bill learned the values of hard work, responsibility, and dedication, and I suspect a lot about cooperation. Bill learned from his father's wisdom to be a giver, not a taker. He continues to live by this motto, and with his wife Mary, has passed it on to their 4 children and 10 grandchildren. Bill began his love for education and entrepreneurship at an early age. It was fostered by his parents with their strong commitment to education. Bill went on to receive a Bachelor of Science degree from Yale University and completed the executive program at the University of California, Berkeley. Bill is a lifelong learner, and Bill, we still have room for you at Weatherhead. The Doctor of Management program. He began his career in mining and later aspired to own his own business, which he did following 4 years spent in Australia opening up an iron ore mine. In 1978, Bill and a group of investors purchased Best Sand in Chardon, Ohio, which at the time had sales of $4 million. That year, Conway met Chuck Fowler, and Conway and Fowler ultimately merged 2 sand companies into one company, the now legendary Fairmont Minerals. Today, Fairmont Minerals has grown to more than 750 employees, with revenues exceeding $1 billion. But what's most impressive about Fairmont is the signature line that they live every day as a company, and that is people, planet, and prosperity. They do good and do well. Bill's love for golf and his entrepreneurial spirit led him to dream, design with Tom Fazio, and manage one of the top courses in the United States, Sandridge Golf Club, which he remains actively involved with today. Bill lends his vision and wisdom and expertise to various other executive boards, including as chairman of the Austin Capital Partners and the Mid-American Consulting Group. He also held board positions on the Cleveland Electrical Illuminating Company and the First Union Real Estate Investment Trust. Additionally, he is past chairman and director of the National Industrial Sand Association, a former member of the board of directors of the Ohio Manufacturers Association, and belongs to the American Institute of Mining, Metallurgical, and Petroleum Engineers, the American Foundryman Society, and the Ohio Cast Metals Association. Reflecting on his community involvement, and philanthropic interests, Bill devotes a significant amount of time to local organizations tied closely to his passions, including the Cleveland Botanical Garden, University School, and the Cleveland Clinic Foundation. He has also been very generous, extraordinarily so, with the Weatherhead School of Management and Case Western Reserve University. We're also proud to claim his daughter, Anne, is one of our graduates. In addition to his business and civic accomplishments, he has been honored with the Dively Entrepreneurship Award from the Harvard Business School of Northeastern Ohio. Bill was also honored by Cleveland State University with an honorary doctorate degree, was inducted into the Inside Business Hall of Fame, and was named Mayo Man of the Year by Cleveland's Mayo Society. We are delighted and honored to be able to welcome William E. Conway as our graduation speaker today.
Well, good afternoon. I'm delighted to speak to you and offer my congratulations to all of you for your dedication, and I might add your perseverance to get to this point. You've made many people proud and you have great opportunities ahead. I did, in great Weatherhead style, some research in preparing for today and interviewed a sample of previous graduates regarding the names of the people who spoke and what they talked about. Not one could remember. I hope to maybe change that pattern just a little bit, because I think what I've described here to Rob is that I want to talk to you about what I would say kind of a case study in reverse. I do remember what President Seymour at Yale told us on our graduation, and that is you'll never stop learning. And that was good advice, which I've tried to follow, and I compliment each of you for your continuing your educational journey. You've given here at the Weatherhead School the opportunity to continue to learn more about yourself and to learn about your capabilities. I hope you've also learned what I consider to be the most critical component of being a manager and indeed a human being. That is, having positive, ongoing relationships with the people with whom you live and work. I hope you've developed the skills and realized the significance of being a supportive colleague and of being an earnest listener to and mentor of those who look for your guidance and support. I learned the importance of personal relationships early. As Rob said, I was lucky enough to be one of 13 children. 1 girl, 11 boys, and 1 girl, in that order. I was even luckier to be the kid in the middle. I learned how to listen, how to wait my turn, and how to be helpful. I had to learn as a teenager how to help my mother in managing the younger ones and to organize them and indeed mentor them. This added responsibility and experience came about as all of my older brothers were in the service during World War II, and my father had added responsibilities as his work during that period. Speaking of my dad, to his regret, he did not have a formal education beyond the 8th grade, but he was an avid reader, took nice classes in accounting. He worked his way from being an accounting clerk to president of Fisher Foods, which at its peak in the 1940s had more than 300 neighborhood food stores in the Cleveland area and over 4,000 employees. He was a very strong believer in the importance of each individual in building a company and spent a lot of time visiting the stores and warehouses and getting to know the people, and we were able to join him on some of those visits as well. My dad was a wise and caring believer in the worth of each individual. And that's the way the role model he was to each of us. He was also very active in the Cleveland community, and particularly because of his love of sports in sponsoring Sandlot baseball before the Little Leagues and in the city of Cleveland. And he urged us to follow his example, being involved in our communities and finding ways to give back. We often heard the words that Rob referred to, what Dad said with a fellow others. He said, Be a giver, not a taker. And another one, be a builder-upper, not a tear-downer. To your own self be true. Look after the younger ones. Here are a couple of words that I would add to that list. Be a listener, not a talker. Be an educated risk-taker, not a gambler. Be a win-winner, not a win-loser. Based on the grounding with my father's wisdom and the support of a great group of people, many of whom have degrees from the Weatherhead School, Fairmont Minerals and I have achieved more than I dreamed I might have when I bought a sand company in 1978 at the age of 50. I was conditioned by my dad's example to readily agree with Chuck Fowler and Jennifer Deckard when they brought appreciative inquiry and sustainability from Weatherhead back to Fairmont and proposed adopting them to be our company's guiding principles. We had been committed to high ethical, personal and business standards for decades. We tried to be good citizens and good neighbors and to be environmentally aware. However, by committing to the principles of AI and SD, we have introduced a structure and a methodology which brought these principles more deeply into our organization as the core values of the Fairmont family. That commitment has made us a stronger, more unified, and more profitable business, and I believe a model for others to emulate. Fairmont's motto is, do good, do well, and I think we're doing both. I first joined the visiting committee of the School of Management some 40 years ago. Fairmont has benefited from our relationship with Weatherhead in many ways since. We've also benefited from the wisdom of those who have attended this school. Let me illustrate the value of a Weatherhead education, what it can do for its graduates and the supporting organizations. Fairmont has had 11 employees get advanced degrees from the school, starting with Chuck Fowler in 1990. Chuck recently retired after 17 years as our CEO. He continues as a director and is actively giving back to the community in a variety of ways, including being the current chairman of the board of this great university. Jennifer Deckard earned her MBA in 2004 while holding the position of Chief Financial Officer at Fairmont. Jennifer is now our CEO. She is also actively engaged with a number of not-for-profit organizations in the Cleveland community and is a member of her visiting committee. Fairmont in recent years has been exposed to significant market opportunities due to the impact of the shale revolution in the North American energy field. There's been a sharply growing demand for the proppants which we supply to the oil and gas industry for use in the fracking process. We've added facilities and built a great team to enable us to respond to that demand from our mines and coating plants. I want to thank the Weatherhead School for the part it has played in preparing our organization and its leadership to respond to those opportunities and in bringing about Fairmont's resulting growth. To be specific, when Chuck Fowler graduated in 1990, Fairmont had sales of $41 million and was a nicely profitable company. When Jennifer graduated in 2004, sales were $211 million after some acquisitions and organic growth, and we were doing even better. Chuck and Jennifer and our team then led the organization into further acquisitions, expansions, and new technologies. What's the result? Well, for the most recent 12-month period, Fairmont sales exceeded $1 billion. And we've grown from approximately 150 employees to over 1,200 now, Rob, where we made a major acquisition in the fall of the year to bring us from the 7,500 you mentioned. And it's working very well. So thank you, Deans Alfred, Collin, Reddy, and Whiting. Thank you, committed Weatherhead faculty. You've given the members of the Fairmont family directly and indirectly the skills to identify and take advantage of our opportunities and to grow appreciatively and sustainably. Weatherhead has given to Fairmont and now has given each of you many of the tools needed for success. I hope as you and your organizations face new personal and business opportunities and you apply these tools appreciatively, you are blessed with a meaningful and satisfying career and life as I've experienced with Fairmont. And finally, listen to your father and help your mother. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill, for your profound and uplifting advice. The school strives to develop leaders who innovate to create sustainable value and are good global citizens. Bill, you serve as a role model for our mission. Thank you. I would now like to ask Fred Colopy, Vice Dean, to help with the presentation of the Weatherhead Teaching Excellence Awards.
The Weatherhead School students annually recognize faculty who exemplify excellence in graduate and undergraduate teaching. This year, the Graduate Student Award Committee received 43 nominations and determined 3 award recipients for Graduate Teaching Excellence Awards. Those are Diana Villamoria, Mohan Reddy, and Simon Peck. Professor Villamoria, will you please join Dean Whiting at the podium? One nominator wrote, Diana is an amazing professor who strives to get the best out of all of her students. She exemplifies what teaching leadership is all about. Congratulations, Professor Villamoria, a 2014 Teaching Excellence Award recipient. Professor Peck, will you please join Dean Whiting at the podium? One nominator wrote, Simon Peck is everything a student asks for in a professor, an intelligent resource, a dynamic presenter, and someone who genuinely cares about his students' personal and professional development. Congratulations, Professor Peck, for 2015. Unfortunately, Professor Reddy is unable to be here today, but I accept the award on his behalf. Please join me in congratulating Professors Villamoria, Reddy, and Peck. Our next award is the Doctoral Teaching and Mentoring Award, which is to recognize professors chosen by doctoral students who exemplify excellence in teaching and mentoring. This year, the award committee has determined the award recipient is Professor Kali Lubnin. Professor Lubnin, would you please join Dean Whiting? One nominee wrote, there are few truly brilliant people. Kali is one of them. There are even fewer brilliant people who are willing to share their brilliance with students by coaching and mentoring them to become the best scholars possible. Kali is one of them. We are all much stronger scholars because he chose to invest his time and effort into helping us realize our potential. Congratulations, Professor Lubnin, a 2014 Doctoral Teaching and Mentoring Excellence Award. Our next award is the Undergraduate Teaching Excellence Award, which is to recognize a faculty member chosen by undergraduate students who exemplifies excellence in undergraduate teaching. This year, the students selected Professor William Manick. Unfortunately, Professor Manick is unable to be here today, but we congratulate him on this achievement. Our next awards recognize faculty for their exemplary contributions to research in their area of interest. This year we would like to honor and recognize our faculty with 3 research awards. The Distinguished Faculty Research Award is given to recognize outstanding research and scholarly contributions. Professor Peter Richkin, Kenneth Walter Haber Professor of Finance in the Department of Banking and Finance, has been selected as the recipient of this university award. We would like to congratulate Professor Richkin on this achievement. The Weatherhead Enduring Impact Award recognizes scholarly contributions that have lasting effects. The Weatherhead Research Dean and Committee have selected Professor David L. Cooperrider, Fairmount Minerals Professor of Social Entrepreneurship and Professor of Organizational Behavior, to receive this award. Professor Cooperrider is unable to be here today, but I accept that award on his behalf. The Weatherhead Emerging Impact Award recognizes the author of a recent scholarly contribution that promises to have impact by an untenured faculty member. This year's recipient is Professor Corin Cohn, Assistant Professor of Organizational Behavior. Professor Cohn, would you please join Dean Whiting at the podium? Congratulations, Corin, a 2014 Weatherhead Emerging Impact Award recipient. The Theodore M. Alfred Distinguished Service Faculty Award was inaugurated in 1995 to recognize outstanding service contributions of a faculty member to the Weatherhead School of Management and Case Western Reserve University, as well as to his or her profession and community. The recipient of this year's award is Professor Matthew Sobel. Professor Sobel, will you please join Dean Whiting at the podium? Since his arrival in 1998, Matt Sobel has played numerous leadership roles in the school, including chairing not just 1, but 2 academic departments. As acting chair of the economics department last year, he dealt with complex and critical issues, in every case involving the department faculty in planning and decision-making widely before taking a considered approach. This included hiring and promoting faculty, increasing undergraduate enrollments, and chairing a distinguished university professor nominating committee. In short, Matt Sobel has been a model of service to the school, as well as to the university, his profession, and the public good. Matt, we are pleased to honor your service with the Theodore M. Alfred Distinguished Service Award. Congratulations, Professor Sobel. We will now present the August 2013, January 2014, and May 2014 graduates of the Weatherhead School of Management. As we prepare to present the class of 2014, we ask that audience members not approach the stage to take photos, as this will block the views of others. A professional photographer will distribute proofs to each graduate, and you are welcome to take photos while seated. Many of our graduates received awards at a ceremony held earlier in the day, and these are referenced in your program. We will also note these awards when a recipient crosses the stage. The awards include the Dean's Academic Achievement Award, which is given to the students with the highest cumulative grade point average in each Weatherhead program of study, and membership in Beta Gamma Sigma International Honor Society, which is open to students within the top 20% of the graduating class and to all doctoral graduate students. Other individual awards will be recognized when appropriate. Professor Diana Villamoria and Professor Corin Cohn will introduce our graduates in the order of the programs listed in the commencement book. I now invite Professor Villamoria to the podium.
I will now present the candidates achieving a Doctor of Philosophy degree. Wasim Abaza, The Role of Business and Identity-Based Conflicts, a case study of peace building in a business context. Beta Gamma Sigma Award. Presented by Professor Ronald Fry. Emily Elizabeth Amdura, Positive Transformation in the Face of Adversity, the Development of a Measure of Workplace Post-Traumatic Growth. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Melvin Smith. Solange Shiraz, Does Upper Echelon Team Dynamics Matter? The Criticality of Executive Team Behavior in Economic Value Creation. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. Deirdre Painter-Dixon, Staying Alive, a Theory of In Extremis Leadership. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Richard Bowman. Donna L. Hager, The Significance of Influence in Our Current Work Environment, Understanding and Exploring the Shift in Emergent Domains. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. David Dean Klossner, Factors and Influence of Firms' Environmental Performance, an Examination of Large Companies. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. Angela Marie Passarelli, The Heart of Helping, Psychological and Physiological Correlates of Coaching Interactions. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Richard Boyatzis. Milagros Pereira Rojas, A Theoretical, Empirical, and Practical Approach to Academic Knowledge Production and Job Satisfaction. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. Garima Sharma, Corporate Social Initiatives, Signification Work for Value Creation, Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Ronald Fry. Yunmei Wang, Bridging the Medical Knowledge and Practice Gap, Antecedents of Successful Scientist-Physician Collaboration, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. A Theory of Overload and Equivocality Effects on Learning During Knowledge Transfer Within Policy-Making Dyads. The Outstanding PhD Award and Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. I will now present the candidates achieving a Doctor of Management degree. Gabriel Berksley, Improving the Capacity for Strategic Anticipation, How Upstream, Downstream, and Lateral Immersion Contribute to Capacity to Anticipate Strategic Moves. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. Karen Leanne Stock, Equine Assisted Experiential Learning, Implications for Management Development and Education. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Professor Kale Littman. David Scott Whitfield, Performance Factors Contributing to Successful Risk Mitigation and Resiliency. Beta Gamma Sigma Award, hooded by Kale Littman. It is my pleasure to introduce the candidates for the Master Business Administration degree, for whom their diplomas will be presented by Associate Dean for MBA Programs, Professor Simon Peck. We will begin with the executive cohort. Sanjay P. Ahuja. Kevin William Clooney, Dean's Achievement Award. Anne Marie Kahn. Eric John Eber, Dean's Achievement Award. Charles Gregory Fensky. Richard James Garceau, Beta Gamma Sigma Award. David Garrett, Dean's Achievement Award. Dongying Hu. Constantine Peter Karabuchas. Uzma A. Kazmi. Stephen Isaac Lasky. Robert Wayne McNutt, Beta Gamma Sigma Award. Larry Edwin Bowe. Philip M. Robinson, Jr. Mark Jason Sands. Andrew James Stevenson. Michelle Dawn Studer. Michael Joseph Walasinski. William Derek Wallace. EMBA Leadership Award and Dean's Achievement Award. Daniel Benjamin Woods. Charles Thomas Brown. Carlos Alfredo Bustamante. The last two candidates were the part-time cohort. Sorry, the full-time cohort. Wenli Chai. Sridhar Kanaka Chayana. Greer Margaret Connor. Sarah Eileen Corrigan. Noel Alexandra Marie. Mitchell Evan Gett. Jessica Ann Rexon. Neha Suresh Chandra Gupta. Chikai Hang. Stephen Harris Jr. Jayshawn D. Jackson. Nathan Phillips Jacobs. Prasanna T. Krishnan. Abdul Latif Latki. Philip Larinto. Uram Joshua Lee. Yukri Law. Bridget Marie Long. Samantha Marks. Taisuke Matushima. Wesley Addison Mershon. Antonio Lauro Mula Bueno. Toby W. Nice. Mita Jane Nosrati. John David Ostrowski. David Michael Pasternak. Hao Shu. Ranjit Ramachandran. Nilesh Govardhan Raut. Sweta Sahini. Joyita Samantha. Ali Sarwari. Jatin Shetty. Murray Elizabeth Thomas Winings. And the Dean's Achievement. Vidya Tulasi. Mehu Bharat Tolia. Rosie Varela. Daniel J. Whalen. Melissa Quinn Williams. Dean's Achievement Award and Beta Sigma. Runjie Yan. Matthew William Young. Ning Yu. We will continue now with the part-time cohort. Matthew James Barbatos. Dawn Beatty. Dean's Achievement Award. Anthony Daniel Briggs. Brian H. Brown. Day Elizabeth Capobianco. Dean's Achievement Award and Beta Gamma Sigma. Maxim Chernayevsky. Michael Don Conway. Laura DeFranco. David Peter Drabowski. Joseph Kirk McKinney Duffy. Ashley Elizabeth Dyer. Emily Susan Ebersbacher. Edward John Eckert. Stephen W. Eichenlaw. Dean's Achievement. Patrick J. Einlauf. Carl David Vegendelaar. Ross Gregory Philo. Jason Robert Flanagan. Diana Fox. Jeremy R. Gattosi. Jeffrey Allen German Lorty. Habibe Gittifuruz. John Warren Gorky. Jessica Marie Kahn. Deepak Krishnan Lachwani. Dean's Achievement Award and Beta Gamma Sigma. Noel Patrick McCabe. Chase Christian McGreevy. Curtis O'Neill, Beta Gamma Sigma. Jeremiah Lee Ball. Daniel J. Pendergast. Gustav Kwiatkowski. Daniela Christine Rosati. Eric Michael Rose. Evan William Schaefer. Brandon E. Cassif, Dean's Achievement Award at Beta Gamma Sigma. Kiran Vasudeva. Joel Christopher Wolf. V. Shank. I now invite Professor Corinne Cohen to the podium.
It is my pleasure to introduce candidates for the Master of Science in Cognitive Organizational Development and Change degree. Their diplomas will be presented by Faculty Program Director, Professor Carly Cohen. Sarah Britt. Michael Harrison Burnett. Ryan Mitchell Burnett. Alan Richard Burns. Ryan Timothy Bush. Regina Cecilia Chandler. Kimberly Marie Szynski. Amy Diane Floyd. Beth Dixon. Erica Darlene Grant. Tamara Haggerty. Douglas LaRue Lewis. John Paul Mentee. Paul Maynard. Michael Paul Mazer. Carly Marie Mihala. Courtney Leonis Nikolai. Jennifer Lauren Raleigh. Robert Kenneth Rule. Deborah Ann Rundlin. Blake Schubert. Kyle Garner Swanson. Miroslava Tishchenko. I now will introduce the candidates for the Master of Accountancy. Their diplomas will be presented by Faculty Program Director, Professor Larry Parker. Haider Sharaf Al-Saidi. Azam Abdullah Al-Sohaibani. Wen Yu Chang. Cheng Gao. Li Wan. John Joseph Bobona. Yushi Guo. Jonathan Michael Hoy. William Wang Hu. Xian Huang. Taylor Reed Lawrence. Andolika Mohan. Ju Nyo. Meng Yan Su. Shane In Chuan. Shou Hui Ren. Guolin Sheng. Si Shi. Kate Sun. David T. Switkowski. David Allen Thompson. Shi Xiao Tian. Yuan Tian. Iya Chuang. Shi Yu Yue. Xiaojian. Ye Wei Zhong. Wei Zhao. Yi Wei Drew. I now will introduce the candidates for the Master of Science in Management with a specialization in finance degree. Their diplomas will be presented by Faculty Program Director, Professor C.N.B. Krishnan. Shelja Agarwal. Bowen Tree, Dean's Achievement Award, and Beta Gamma Sigma. Tian Liu. Yi Shi. Si Wei. Men Ying Shu. Tian Tin Shu. Dean's Achievement Award. Yu Meng Yang. Shou-Yu Zhang. I now will introduce the candidates for the Master of Science in Management with a specialization in Operations Research and Supply Chain Management. Their diplomas will be presented by Department Chair of Operations, Professor Kamlesh Mathur. Sufa Mohammed Al-Mohsen. In Dao. Li Fan Chin. Juran Chin. Joseph Duttori. Joshua Yu Ezimadi. Christopher J. Felder. Siyu Hao. Zach Hu. And finally, it's my pleasure to introduce our graduate for the Master of Nonprofit Organization degree. His diploma will be presented by Faculty Program Director, Professor Richard Biatsis. Let me introduce Sri Srinath.
Please join me in congratulating our most recent alumni, the Weatherhead School of Management, class of 2014. You have done it. We should also take a moment to recognize all those who helped our graduates reach this point. Few can complete a program as difficult as these without great support. I am sure the audience is filled with friends and family members who played invaluable roles in helping our graduates achieve this high outcome. This is not a solo highlight. Graduates, take a moment to think about all of those who believed in you and your dream to earn a degree from Weatherhead. Those who supported you emotionally, financially, and or sacrificed in many other ways to keep you going through your studies. Graduates, please stand and join us in thanking those people who supported you on this long and successful journey. The 2014 Weatherhead graduation ceremony is now concluded. Thank you.